the storied Rizal Coliseum for the start of action in 2024. This is the first time we're seeing some volleyball again after a long wait as we take a look at the Cherry Tigo crossovers and the CSB Blazers making their way into the stadium for day 3 of action here in the PNBF Champions League 2024. Good day, everyone. This is Chikiro Puno with my partner Ishmael Morosa. Day 3 in a very short but a very heated women's tournament here in the PNBF.
Yeah, Chiki, this is indeed a very short tournament. Only 5 teams for the ladies division. But today, we are gonna cover a very important game, especially for these two teams, if they want to move on to that Final Four, the semi-final slots.
Sabi nga natin, short but sweet and very heated as we take a look at the games that are on hand. We're going to be featuring Cherry Tigo and the De La Salle College of St. Benilde, as we showed you earlier. Nandito na sila. Later on tonight, the Signal HD Spikers will take on Philippine Army. And we say short, sweet, and heated ish dahil isa lang matatanggal after the single elimination round. They each play 4 games at isa lang madadrop.
That's correct, but every game is very important for both of these teams because the placement is also very important.
Yes.
You want to face the lower ranked teams para syempre mas mataas yung kumpiyansa nyo going into the semi-final round. And of course, para mas makapasok kayo sa gold medal match.
That's right. Let's quickly take a look at the team standings. So far, most have played 2 games except for these 2 teams that we're featuring today.
Today, we're going to cover the CSB Lady Blazers, the defending champions in the last NCAA.
Yes.
And of course, we have the Cherry Tigo crossovers. Of course, they're 0-1. CSB at 1-0. They defeated the Army Lady Troopers yesterday in 5 sets. And Cherry Tigo against Signal HD, they were defeated in 3 straight sets. So, bounce back game ito for Cherry Tigo if they win today against the collegiate stalwarts from the NCAA.
So much really at stake here for Cherry Tigo, playing with a whole new lineup. So this is really a good, I guess, practice tournament for them with the PNBF coming. Let's talk about the tournament format more thoroughly.
This is a very simple format for this Champions League in this year. We have 5 teams. Only 4 will move on to the semifinals. Rank number 1 will face rank number 4. And rank number 2 will face rank number 3. And whoever wins those semifinal matches will move on to the gold medal match. And whoever loses that semifinal match will move on to the bronze medal game.
Yan, talagang short and sweet. So by the end of the week, malalaman na natin kung sino ang magiging 3rd champions in this 3rd offering of PNBF nga dito sa Champions Cup. Champions Cup kasi nga yung isang team actually was the champion. We'll talk about them later. Champions of the Challenge Cup. And they are going up against Cherry Tigo crossovers. We mentioned, Ish, that this is an all-new lineup. Siguro they're still feeling their way into their system because they did give up that game they played against Signal.
Yeah, this Cherry Tigo crossover squad, they are very strong on paper. But the big question is the team chemistry. Syempre, it really will take time. But again, they are all veterans here. They also have stars from the UAAP. And I think makikita naman natin, lumaban talaga sila in sets number 1 and 3. Sobrang dikit ng game. Even though this was a 3 straight set affair for the Signal HD Spiker, talaga namang lumaban itong Cherry Tigo crossovers in that game. And that was not so bad at all para sa kanilang first game.
Yes, if we take a look more closely at the individual stats of the different skills, so makikita natin na pagdating sa attack, makikita na silit natin doon, okay, pero sa blocking and aces, nagkaroon ng differential.
And the unforced errors, they gave up also a lot of free points to Signal HD Spikers. In the spiking department, you mentioned earlier, lumamang pa sila doon ng isang punto. So this is something na alam nilang strength nila as a team moving forward.
Of course, that was their first game. So this is only their 2nd game and they're hoping to improve their standings. Meantime, on the other side, parang tuloy-tuloy ang momentum ng CSB, who scored an upset against the veteran team, Philippine Army.
Of course, the Philippine Army Lady Troopers, we've seen them in the last couple of years in the PBL. So of course, marami ring experience na gain itong Philippine Army, but they are also sporting a different lineup. That's why they also were challenged by the defending champions of the NCAA, the CSB Lady Blazers. CSB won that game in 5 sets. kita-kita naman natin na they led in as much as, you know, in every sets, no? May isang set na dumikit yung Philippine Army and they lost that set. But in other sets that the CSB Blazers won, they won those 3 sets handily. So this is, again, another test for the CSB Lady Blazers.
And 3 of their players scored 17 points in that game. So we know who we're going to be watching out for. Nandiyan si Estoque, nandiyan din si Velasco. We'll talk more about those girls as the game gets going. Pascual also played a monster game last time around. So a lot to look forward to. Again, we're going to be seeing a matchup between a bunch of, let's say, more veteran, more seasoned players in the Cherry Tigo crossovers going up against these up-and-comers. Yung talagang nagpapakilala pa lang, pero mga champions in the NCAA.
That's right. They are a team na hindi mo pwedeng i-count out basta-basta. No? Lalaban at lalaban din ito ang defending champions from the NCAA, the Lady Blazers. But again, the Cherry Tigo crossovers, a champion in their own right. This will be a blockbuster of a match as well.
Very excited, and I hope you are too. This is only the first of our doubleheader today. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, it'll be the start of action here in the 3rd PNBF Champions. Welcome back to the Rizal Memorial Coliseum for day 3 of action here at the PNBF Champions League 2024. This is Chiki Roa Puno with my partner Ish Polvorosa. As we mentioned at the top of our coverage, Ish, this is going to be a very interesting matchup between the more seasoned players in Cherry Tigo who are still actually looking for the right mix of the right chemistry because we introduced a lot of new veteran players into the team. On the other hand, yung isa naman, CSB coming off of a win in the NCAA, a win in the PNBF Challenge Cup. So riding high on their momentum.
And of course, they also won that game against the Philippine Army in 5 sets. So mas tagtag itong youthful squad ng CSB Lady Blazers against the veteran squad of Cherry Tigo. So this is a good match to watch.
That's right. Turn it over to the announcer now for the start of the game.
2024. Red match number 5 of the women's division featuring the Cherry Tigo crossovers. Referee. And now let's meet the starters first for the Cherry Tigo crossovers. Middle blocker number 2, team captain Abby Maraño. Opposite hitter number 7, Mylene Pat. Outside spiker number 8, Eya Laure. Outside spiker number 10, Ara Galang. Middle blocker number 16, Zach Garantay. And setter number 18, Joymi Cagante. Starting libero is number 19, Jen Yerva. Coaching Cherry Tigo for this game is Brian Esquivel. And now the starters for the College of St. Benil Lady Blazers. Outside spiker number 17, team captain Jessa Torog. Setter number 1, Chin Basarte. Opposite hitter number 9, Kale Pascual. Outside spiker number 14, Waylin Estoque. Middle blocker number 20, Rhea Tensing. And middle blocker number 21, Sam Nolasco. Starting libero is number 5, Fiona Hetigan. And the head coach for the Lady Blazers is Cherry Yi.
As we see on our screens now, the starters for the Cherry Tigo crossovers. For those of you who have been sleeping under a rock, baka magulat kayo na si Abby Maranyo sa Cherry Tigo lineup. Pero itong talagang mga staunch volleyball fans, alam natin that was one of the biggest pieces of news in the volleyball community, how Chang Abby made her way into the Cherry Tigo crossovers after the dissolution of F2, no?
Ara Galang as well, another great addition for the Cherry Tigo crossovers. So this is their second game for the crossovers. It's just a matter of time na makuha nila talaga yung chemistry with this squad.
And here we go. Good blocking there, seeing from Cherry. Aragalang going up. Good dink. Good defense. Scrappy CSB we're seeing so far. That was called outside.
That was wide, according to our linesman.
Kita natin, things are slow. If you are second-guessing, huwag naman second-guessing, pero ano tingin mo ang mindset ng Cherry coming into this tournament? Something that they will treat like a scrimmage where they will try, experiment things and risk maybe losing some games? Or are they going for the jugular? Do they want to win a championship to parang give them more confidence going into PVL?
I firmly believe that you go into every tournament, really trying to get that championship. But of course, if you have new additions in your squad, you have to have that finesse first before you plan to aim that championship. Pero this is a good start for the Cherry Tigo crossovers because it's their preseason tournament, and with a couple of veterans added to their squad, talaga makikita natin yung interest ng volleyball fans. O paano natin makikita na mag-i-improve sila and makakatulong and makakontribute for the Cherry Tigo crossovers.
So talagang dito na nila pipigain lahat ng mga itinatunan nila sa training, all of the different plays, just generally getting these new players used to the system of Cherry Tigo.
Oh, that's a good point as well, Chiki. This is a new system for them, because they've been accustomed doon sa F2 system for quite some time already.
And syempre, meron din transfer of technology. Siguro meron silang maaambag din from what they have been doing well sa F2. Baka slowly but surely ma-introduce sila dito. On the other hand, CSB, who has been very, very solid on defense against the attacking Cherry. Alam din natin na si Coach Jerry also is very serious about his volleyball. And kita natin yung discipline nito mga batang to. Look at this rally. CSB this time going on offense, and they will score. Stop it there. Just a power tip, just placing it perfectly.
Four lady crossovers looking at the ball. Ayun, isa din to sa babantayan pa ng Cherry Tigo crossovers, the communication inside the court as well.
But si Estoque, veteran moves, challenging a three-man block and finding the hole on the side of Cherry. Agande going for a Laurel, 2 in a row. Good coverage here so far for the Blazers. Maylin Paat, this time from the right side. And we have a good back and forth. And again, that point won by the girls in green. Then Singh this time scoring.
Credit half that point to the floor defense and the blocking of CSB. They did not give up on that play. Every time Paat and Laure hit from the sides, they were there to defend the ball.
Yun ang nakikita natin. Natin very early na napakaseryoso ng CSB. Yes, yun ang
Yun ang nangyayari pag alam mo yung kalaban mo yung malalaki, the Giants. Talagang you give double the effort on defense.
That's right. Ito, this time may limpaat. Close the door on a Stoke from the left pin. A great close out there by Maylene.
It's a good serve by Chang Abi. Good reception by CSB and a converted point there. Pascual just finds a hole there. Zone 6 empty.
Ang gandang bawi from Pascual. Nakita nila na block sila earlier from that side, so they opted to go for the long ball and it was successful for them.
That's a good serve. Kita natin. That floater there. Good stop though by Cherry. It's a broken play. Paat will go up. Oh, good coverage there by Jen Yerba, who is now starting as libero. Good coverage on both sides. Again, that power tip this time by Densing. Seeing a very smart CSB team na hindi talaga puro power.
Yeah, that's her second point of the match. Again, from an off-system set. Stress lang yung tawag dun eh. That wasn't a quick play, but then the sense of urgency of Densing, na hindi na kailangan paluin yung bola. Kailangan makahanap ka ng butas for the point, and that's what she did there.
Very impressive CSB team here, leading now Cherry Tigo. And I think we're going to see our first video challenge from Cherry Tigo. There is a challenge, a black touch challenge. As usual, 2 challenges per team per set.
Oh, but Dinsing was signaling to Coach Jerry and her teammates and there was no check. Well, we'll see. That's why we have the challenge system here implemented.
Alam din natin, Ish, na ginagamit din to strategically. Medyo gusto mo i-break din yung momentum dun sa green side kasi
Right.
ang ganda ng laro nila so far.
Oh, this is a good showing here at the start of this first set for the CSB Lady Blazers. They're blocking well, they're defending well, they're finding the holes of the defense of the Cherry Tigo crossovers. So far, so good for them. Yeah, malayo, Chiki.
What can you say about the intensity on the side of Cherry Tigo? We know the caliber of Mylene Paat, Abby Maraño, Aya Laure. We know what these girls can do.
Right. I think they're going up against a very young squad, a youthful squad. These girls train every day, sometimes twice a day, every day, compared to pro club teams that, we train every day, but not as strenuous as when you're still in the collegiate ranks, no? So, lalaban at lalaban itong CSB. And add to that, they're the defending champions from the Challenge Cup, from the NCAA. So, the pride is there, the talent is there. But the Cherry Tigo crossovers, they have the talent in their arsenal. Anytime na gusto nilang humatak ng inspiration and points, they can do so.
And we're seeing CSB really just showing what they are about. Getting to 8 points first here in the first set against Cherry Tigo. We'll take a break. Back here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum, PNBF Champions League is on. Team Men's Division will happen next week on your screens. The 8 participating teams, they have 2 pools in the Men's Division. And many of them very familiar names, familiar teams. Nasala na yung mga 24 teams or 32 ba yung sumali dun sa 32 pa yata yung sumali dun sa Challenge Cup. Ito na yung best of the best playing next week. But this very exciting game with College of St. Benilde Blazers taking the lead after the first technical timeout. And now it's just a 2-point advantage for them. Aya Laure getting ready to serve.
Zach Arandang with that running hit.
set up there. Oh, mistimed one there by Nolasco. It could have been a put away. Chance for Cherry to set up. Paat sends it over. Let's see, he goes up. Nolasco again. Nablanko ni Paat pero masyadong malapit sa net. For those of you watching from home, no, you're looking at the Cherry Tigo squad. And again, these are very familiar faces and you know what they can do. You sense that they are maybe holding back. Do you think they're right for thinking that, Ish?
I think this is also, I think, because they're facing a squad that's, you know, kind of unfamiliar for them, no? This is a squad na they've never played before. And dito papasok talaga yung scouting, no? You have to prepare for your opponents. You have to know and learn the tendencies of your opponents. And so far, medyo nangangapa itong Cherry Tigo in this first set. But then again, CSB, they're very familiar with their system. We mentioned earlier how Nolasco and Densing really doesn't go always for that quick sets, no? Minsan tinataas lang sa middle and they're hitting and placing the balls perfectly for the point. So that's something that the Cherry Tigo has to adjust quickly here in this game.
Oh, that's a good one. Sakarandang will score. And it's a 4-point deficit still for the veterans. The Cherry Tigo crossover still looking to gain a lead here in this first set. And, you know, we got to give it to CSB not only for their performance on the court so far, but their demeanor, yung confidence, nararamdaman mo. Hindi sila they're unfazed by who they're playing against. Outside set. That one was blocked by Cherry. Marano with her running attack. Something that they still have to get going in this squad, no? Ay, bumalik lang ang bola. Again, things working out for CSB.
Another perfect placement shot from the pipe for Estoque. Not so much power, but she's seeing the holes of the defense of the Cherry Tigo crossovers.
Estoque scored 17 points in that last game they played against Army. Okay. 3 players who scored 17. Aragalang, meantime, scores again. She was the first one to score here for Cherry.
Aragalang going for that very long off-the-block hit. Specialty of the house for Galang.
And kita mo si Aragalang really embracing yung kanyang pagka-Cherry Tigo dahil nasa pati buhok.
Alright.
Paat. There's Doug. And again, these very unpredictable offense from CSB. That one gets away from the back. Paat uses her strength there and gets a point for Cherry.
Again, another off-the-block hit there employed by Maylene Paat, no? They're not forcing the powerful hits. So they're just targeting the high blocking hands of CSB.
Good reception there. And rin ang pinapakita ng depensa talaga ng Lady Blazers, particularly their team captain, si Jess Adoro, has been pretty impressive on defense. Dalawa na lang ang habulin ng Cherry. Oh, that one worked out. 1-2. The confidence, ano? Yes.
Gutsy play for Basarte. Look at the confidence they're going for that 1-2 play. And also with the help of the tape of the net. So, salamat ng kaunti.
Siguro they're trying. Please get her hand on that ball. But Maylene Paat again, this is when we are reminded of how powerful she is as a hitter, as an opposite hitter. Although she's coming from the left-hand side.
Yeah. You could just see from the wind-up of Paat that was going to be a point already.
Broken play here. Paat will go up again. Gets it past the two-man block. I think si Maylene Paat is saying, okay, enough of the easy volleyball. Talagang let's umarangkada na tayo. Let's turn the heat on.
Finding a small gap in between of the block of CSB.
And bumalik din ang CSB to si Densing. Talaga walang takot. And getting that point back in the same way. Dinaanan lang yung two-man block.
look at that hit from Densing. That was a pump set from Basarte, but she was unfazed again, facing Maranyo and Paat in that last play.
I think that is the most impressive thing. That's what impresses me about the Blazers the most. They just keep going and talagang parang they are almost blind to who they are playing against. Hindi nila pinapansin. They don't mind the caliber of these national team players that they're facing. Maylin Paat there, Abby Maranyo with years of experience, ano?
Oh, yeah, that's the right call. Basarte was still gonna set the ball and Karandang blocked it.
You know, I think this is also telling-ish of the level of volleyball in the collegiate league na rin ngayon. Kasi if you look at Cherry, meron din diyang mga kapapasok din lang galing from the college ranks. Lowry was the same way.
Right.
Walang takot. So tumataas na talaga ang kalibre ng volleyball sa college level.
Nice set.
Again to Paat. This time, Pascual with an offensive block. And they are 16 points first. Again, CSB leading after our second technical timeout. Back for more after the break. Back at the Rizal Coliseum for day 3 of competition here at the PNVF Champions League, the women's division. And we have Cherry Tigo crossover still trying to gain the lead against the champions of the NTA and the recently concluded Challenge Cup. We're talking about the College of St. Benil Lady Blazers, who have been so impressive so far in this first set-ish.
Very impressive indeed for the Lady Blazers in set number 1. Very fluid on the floor and they're blocking. Laging dalawa yung nag-block eh.
And we know that learning will take place. They just really need to close it out against the likes of Maylin Paat. Kailangan talagang adjustment dyan for the blockers-ish.
For a lefty like Maylin Paat, minsan the distance between your block and the antenna matters eh. So that's something a little tweak. But then again, they can afford to learn every time na papalo itong si Maylin Paat kung paano siya bablakin kasi they're still leading. And first and second technical timeout, they led in this first set. So this is a good sign for Coach Jerry Yee and the Lady Blazers.
Of course, we remind all of you who are just joining us now that the CSB is coming into this game already with a win against the Philippine Army. So talk about the confidence that they're bringing into this game. Right? And we have a first timeout called by Cherry Tigo after that technical timeout.
Diba? Galaw tayo. Hindi pwedeng sa bola lang tayo nakatingin pero hindi sumusunod yung katawan natin. Sobra-sobra ara ha. Angat ko muna konti rito. Ikaw na kumuha nung sa likod. Ha? Kasi andito naman si Jen sa harap na rin eh. Tsaka si Maylin. Dito ka na maiwan.
Coach, dito kasi si Jen ngayon ako dito. Kaya nagpapalit muna kami.
Hindi.
Iwan sa likod.
Oh, ikaw na maiwan sa likod.
Itong pasa lang. Tapos mamaya pa.
Yung pasa natin ha. One good pass tayo ha.
Well, that's telling, no? Kakatapos lang natin ng second technical timeout where Cherry had really the time to talk about their game and immediately si Coach Bayan called for another timeout.
Yeah, basically was saying na hindi pwedeng sa bawat hampas natin eh, walang cover. Always eyes on the ball because you never know if your hitters are gonna get blocked or not. And right on cue, Maylin Paat delivering from the back row. Only a single blocker in front of her. We rarely see CSB block the crossover so far here in set number 1 with only one blocker.
Yeah.
they've been very disciplined so far when it comes to floor defense and blocking.
And we're also not seeing the first ace of the game here with the help of the net coming from Ea Laure. And this is also the first time we're seeing attacks from the back row, which is something that CSB is not able to counter just yet. Something food for thought then for Cherry Tigo.
Ooh.
From a service ace to an outside serve. Ball right back to CSB, who still leads this first set, 19-16.
Substitution for CSB, 1L, 16, Katare.
We have Katarig coming in for the first time here in the first set. Opposite hitter.
This is a 4-2 substitution for Coach Jerry. He wants 3 spikers in front, so they have a taller blocker line up in front.
Karandang just pushing the ball over, and that worked out for Cherry Tigo.
Good push there from Karandang. Not a lot of points from their middle blockers so far. Not talking about the crossovers here in set number 1.
So pwede pang i-activate si
Right.
Maranyo. And new player on the court, Seth Robles also coming in for Cherry Tigo for the first time in this game. Oh, it's a good serve. Pero yung reception is very consistent dito for CSB, and they're able to convert. Pasok, bagong pasok, magic hugot.
Yeah. That connection talaga from the bench, no? Katarig and Mondoñedo, the second setter of CSB, connecting in that last play. Oh, that's close.
And a chance here again for CSB. And what a hit, Estoque with that wind-up.
Wow. From the back row, from the front row, Estoque doing it all so far for the CSB Lady Blazers. Look at that, from an off-system set from the libero, targeting cross-court against Jen Yerba.
She managed to just really connect quickly. No? Ang bilis kasi ng pangyayari kaya hindi nahabol ng Cherry. Pero nasayang dahil service out. These errors on the serve also now hounding CSB. Although in general they've been able to eliminate naman, hindi naman sila masyado nagsa-service error, both teams. Paat will go up, a broken play, good cover here by CSB. Estoque again, this time solid block. Paat and Maranyo coming together.
That area's been closed for Estoque for quite some time now here in the first set. Pag dina-down the line niya, nabablock siya ni Maylene Paate. So again, another good closeout there by Maylene.
And Maylene Paate really carrying most of the weight here on the side of Cherry Tigo, both on offense and defense. Good cover. Scrappy CSB we're seeing here. And they allowed us setting up Paat from the back row there. Rally going. Joymi. Bump set to Aragalang, and that gets through. And that was a hard-earned point for Cherry Tigo-ish.
It's a good hit from Aragalang from an off-system set from Joymi Cagande. Again, there's a small gap in between the block of CSB and the net. Kaya napalusot doon in that last play.
A solid hit. That's a nice dig by Ea. Nice try. Look at that. Velasco using her height. And CSB getting closer and closer to that 25-point mark.
Oh, look at this block, Chicky. She pressed it correctly. Na-penetrate niya ng maayos yung block eh. Unlike earlier na medyo may onting distance from the net. And with her height, talagang maraming block points na matatali itong si on the last of CSB.
Yeah, also 17 points in that last game. Maragalang from the right-hand side this time. And just smart veteran moves this time from Chang Abi. And just keeping her eye on the ball, knowing what to do.
Yeah, great presence of mind. Ito yung gusto ni Coach Brian makita no, na every time papalo tayo and mabablock tayo, kailangan the coverage is there.
Oh, it's a good serve by Ara. Pero ginawan pa rin ang paraan. And that's really what is impressive about CSB, no? Kahit na hindi perfect yung first pass, they will not shoot.
Yeah. They make do with what they have. And the transition plays of Binil really working wonders for them here in set number 1. Look at that bump set. Oh, that's a Stoke pa pala. From the middle.
Si Stoke is really making heads turn. You know, she is such an impressive player, playing like a pro. And di tayo magugulat that we'll be calling her name in the PBL
One day,
soon.
yeah.
Oh, look at that. The classic Mylene Paat. Talaga naman with you're talking about how a lefty opposite spiker is probably the most dangerous thing because they know how to play that gap between the antenna and the blocker.
Oh, that's right. And that was also the perfect height for Mylene Paat dun sa set from Joy Micagande.
Oh, good pass. That came from that really good pass from CSB. Maganda naman talagang linalaro ng ating mga libero. Si Estenso, they're both alternating. Si Estenso and Gatigan, the liberos of CSB doing really well. Set point for CSB. We have a timeout.
Tingnan lang muna natin, ha? Ayun, isang magandang pasa. Hindi pa tapos yan. Marami pwedeng mangyari pag nakuha natin 2 points na to. So, kailangan focus tayo. Tatlo yung spiker mo. Hanapin muli yung weakness na blocker nila. So, magandang pasa muna. Jen. Go, go, go.
Press natin guys ha, maturity oh. Ready? Dalawa. Sorry!
One more time on that play. And we all heard that huddle that just happened, no? And narinig natin yung boses ng team captain, Abby Maranyo, saying one word that means 1,000 words. She said maturity.
Yeah.
Please translate, Ish.
I think it's the small details kasi for Charity going. Their floor defense, their blocking, their passing. Kaya dun talaga papasok yung maturity kasi hindi pwedeng nagmamadali kayo in every action when it comes to volleyball.
And there's somebody at the net. Let's see who will get that point. So it was Cherry Tigo's point. And they stay alive here in this first set. Ayaw nilang ibigay, clearly. CSB in the net there. Chance here for Cherry Tigo to play catch-up. Still set point for the Blazers. Safe serve. Kagande, a quick one to Sakarandang. Good enough for point number 24. First time we are seeing Cherry Tigo try to get ahead of CSB here at set point naman. And we have a timeout from CSB.
Hindi kayo nagre-respond. Ano?
Galaw lang, bigalaw.
Let's go, chill. Go lang, 2 out. Let's go. Isa.
Panapos na, nanit ka pa eh. Walang skill.
I love how these huddles that we get to listen into will reveal the coaching styles. Si Coach Jerry just asked a question. Wala siyang sinabi. Hindi kayo nagre-respond. Ano?
Sometimes all you gotta do is wake up your players, and especially the last stretch of a set.
And they were leading the whole time and they're just about to give it up here. They led up to 4 points, hindi ba? Ish. And ngayon, nasa Cherry Tigo na ang set point.
Yeah. 2 short serves for Mylene Paat, and she's the catalyst for this run para sa Cherry Tigo crossovers.
She has been leading in every aspect all day. And look at CSB refusing to give up, getting that ball back.
Wow. Pascual on top of the double block of Laura and Karandang. Look at that last play from CSB. Sa taas ng block ni Karandang. She was also a bit late on that one.
A good call from the setter there, Sidoro. Really looking for the right player.
Oh.
And they get a chance here for Cherry Tigo to close things out. And it is only here in the extension nung naghahabol na sila na lumamang ang Cherry Tigo. They
Right.
have been playing
Catch up.
all set long. And the second chance at set point here for the crossovers with Ea Laure at the serve. We know she can be very dangerous in that position.
That's correct. And, you know, ito yung binanggit kanina ni Chang Abi, you know, the maturity. And this is what set in for the Cherry Tigo crossovers in the last few points in this opening set.
Parang tama yung sinabi ni Chang Abi. It's also a reminder, a waker-upper for them of sorts,
Right.
no? Just get into that frame of mind. Maturity. And Cherry Tigo at the cusp of winning this first set after really just coming from behind.
A yellow card issued. Part of the CSB Lady Blazers. I think it was given to Coach Jerry.
Is that for delay of
Yeah,
game?
I think so.
Oh, and we see already the concern in the face of Coach Jerry. Nasasayangan siya kasi ang ganda na ng laro ng CSB leading up to this point. Of course, it's not over yet. We've seen them come out of this and break. You know, these things, these intangibles. Siyempre, medyo na-ice din tong si Ea, di ba? Nawala yung pawis ng konti.
That was a long break for Ea Laure, waiting on that serve.
And Velasco coming in right in the nick of time. She's now in the front row. You know, she's the strongest, the tallest little blocker for the Lady Blazers. Let's see what Cherry comes up with. Aragalang is dug. Dorog there, sending the ball over. Joy Mikagande looks for Ara again. Another chance here for CSB. Quick by Nolasco. Stop there by Karandang. Paat from back row. We have a rally. Dorog again.
Oh! That's the second time that happened in this set number 1, Chiki. And what a time for it to come.
Oo, si Dorog talaga nauutak lang no?
Look at that drop shot from Dorog. Again, 4 players looking on that ball while it dropped in the middle.
This is set point back to CSB again. Look at Karandang. Taking the ball right back. And this is maturity right when you need it. You cannot be fazed by the multiple chances at set point from your opponent.
Lovely sense of urgency there from the crossovers. They passed well and hit well.
Back set, running attack, foiled by Cherry. And that's the way you do it, said Abby Maranyo. Kita natin, running attacks coming from both sides, but that is classic Chang Abby.
Yeah.
It's almost synonymous to her name, the running attack.
Great transition play there from the crossovers. It started from that dig of EJ Laure and Joy Mikagande connecting to Chang Abi on the running play. This is the connection that we've been waiting to see para sa Cherry Tigo crossovers.
Set point, back to Cherry.
Oh,
Velasco with a tip, but it seems like somebody was at the net, and I think it was going to be called against Nolasco.
Yeah.
And Cherry will win this set because of that unfortunate error there. Nolasco is playing so well, but we gotta hand it to Cherry Tigo playing catch-up like that, just keeping with the game and just really amping up their play at the right time.
Oh, they never led in set number 1. Dun lang sa dulo talaga.
We'll talk more about that first set after the break.